Hello you and welcome to some kind of Fox content and welcome back to Will, A Wonderful World. This crazy game where we play as a god trying to just make everything better, and it seems like the only person we have to help right now is Jimmy. A gray world. Let's see if we can fix that up for Jimmy. The manga was grey. The sky was grey. You could say that there were 50 shades of grey. Even the Happy 3 friends that had been playing on the screen looked grey. Oh! Okay, down in the comment, let me know how many of you watched Happy 3 friends. God, I loved that one. For the past 2 days, I had been faking a foot injury. I hadn't left the room at all. Even all of my meals had been brought home by Rocky. I felt like a lump of sludge, rotting in front of the computer, staring at it all day. Why would she spend her birthday with the arts teacher, Mr. Wen? Were they a couple? I closed the episode of Happy 3 Friends. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, sorry. I then logged into my secret blog. I went on my troll account. All of the recent entries had been about her. The most recent one had some pictures that I had taken on her birthday. She had gone into a cafe with Mr. Wen. Then they left together, rode the subway together. They even went into the same apartment building. Okay, that sound... I get it. You're into her, but also... If you know that much about her whereabouts on a single day, it sounds a bit stalkerism. I gotta be honest with you, Jimmy. Even though I had soon found out that they were neighbors, it still felt like too much of a coincidence. Did she move next door to him knowing that he lived there? I kept scrolling through the pictures, imagining that it had been me with her instead. I'd been looking at her from far away, but I couldn't summon the courage. When I finally had my line ready, it was Mr. Wen who got in ahead of me. Jimmy, I'm going to eat the last pieces of the cake in the fridge if you don't. Rocky yelled from the living room. Yeah, go ahead. I wiped my face hastily. Thank you! I'll bring you more chicken legs tonight. Rocky had thought it was my birthday 2 days ago. I'd ordered the cake from Hong Kong. Thank goodness I hadn't put her name on it. I took another glance at those annoying pictures and clicked the delete button. Oh, wait, no. Oops. The confirmation dialogue popped up, yet I couldn't do it. I dragged myself into the bathroom. I looked in the mirror. My face was horribly pale. My hair was all messed up and my eyes were so red. Even the reflection seemed to be mocking my looser self. I took a wet towel and went back to the computer. I rinsed my glass with boiled water and poured some milk into it. You poured some milk into your computer? Jimmy! I grabbed the face cream and squeezed the container. I held the glass up and stirred, then took a big sip. Wait. Oh, wait, you rinsed your glass with boiled water and poured... Okay, so you poured milk into the glass. How does face cream tie into that? I hope you're not making like your own little version of like chocolate milk. Huh. I didn't realize I had just made a huge mistake. I just thought the milk tasted bitter because of my horrible mood. Yet, it also had a minty taste. And my tongue was feeling a little numb. I looked at the bottle I had just used. Smoothie face cream. Make your face smooth like a smoothie. That doesn't mean you can make it into an actual smoothie, Jimmy. Jimmy. Then I remembered that I had run out of honey half a month ago. I spit out all of the remaining flavored milk onto the computer. Great, now we got milk in the computer. But the real tragedy was yet to come. While I was busy wiping my keyboard, I accidentally pressed enter. I never had any backup for these pictures, as I had always felt guilty about them in the first place. So now they were all gone. All gone. Jimmy! Yeah, well... Like that? Just do the face cream first and then the glass? Can we get rid of this? We don't need the face cream. Oh wait, what if you cream the face? Wait, that sounds so bad. What if you grab the face cream and squeeze the container after you drank the milk? Right? I eventually hit the cancel button. I still couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't tell if I was just too tired or if it was all because of the milk. I hunched over the desk and fell asleep. There we go, solved it. Let that be a lesson, don't put face cream in your milk. Well, we gotta deal with more milk. Oh, whoops. As soon as I walked into school that morning, I knew that something was wrong. 'Twas the milk. It tasted like face cream. What the fuck? Everyone I knew and didn't know was looking at me with a strange look, and they were all talking about something in a hushed voice. That was the girl. Wasn't the teacher new here? He was pretty old, wasn't he? Honestly, I wouldn't say no to a teacher as handsome as him. But living together, oh no, that's too far. Can people stop snooping? Jesus. Living together, what on earth were they talking about? Ying was standing at the door of the classroom. She rushed towards me and dragged me into the restroom as soon as she saw me. She pulled out her phone and showed it to me. It was the top post of the school BBS forum. Senior student Lee Wen from class 1 living together with hot new art teacher. Yeah, well, that's how, like, I don't like to use the word, but that's how fake news get around. Did I say fake nude? I meant fake news. That's how they spread. Because people, fuck me, like research and critical thinking, not today. Just, I read it on Twitter, therefore it must be true. There were also a few photos of me and Mr. Wen, clearly taken from a distance in secret. All of them were from the evening of the exhibition. There were pictures of us at the entrance, in the cafe, even one with us going into our building. Dear God, what the hell were all these? What did you do? Did you piss somebody off? Why would someone stalk you and take pictures of you and then make them public? What is going on? I carefully read the post again. It was posted by a newly registered account with no other information at all. The poster clearly wanted to remain anonymous. I thought about it as hard as I could for a long time, yet I still had no clue. I honestly couldn't think of anyone who would be so mad at me as to do this. How would I ever explain this whole thing? I ran to the 3rd floor of the office building, hoping to explain myself to Mrs. Yang. Just as I was about to step into the hallway, 2 tall boys stopped me, smirking. Miss Lee, we hear that you have been living together with the new art teacher. He isn't even that handsome, is he? What do you think about us, Mr. Ugh, gross. Would you like to, give us a shot? Oh God, I hate that kind of mentality, Jesus fuck. I was thinking about how to get rid of these losers when I saw Mr. Wen come out from one of the offices and pass nearby. He had obviously noticed me, but he pretended that he hadn't. All of my strength had suddenly left my body. I was at a loss. I didn't want to stay in school for one more moment. I ran back to the classroom, grabbed my backpack, and ran away from the school in plain sight of everyone. There was a 7-Eleven on my way home. I bought some milk and some face cream. My stomach started rumbling when I arrived at the store entrance. I walked in and bought a box of chocolate milk. I also ended up giving them the wrong bill. Then I left the store. What do you mean the wrong bill? You're just gonna get some change, aren't you? Unless you handed them like your phone bill, then yeah. I walked into the small alley that led to my building. I felt a sudden spell of dizziness and I blacked out. I fell to the ground. My wallet fell out. The milk box was opened and glocking down the throat. In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet and throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can. He carried me on his shoulders and kept walking deeper into the alley. My eyes began to slowly close shut. I felt as if I couldn't open them anymore. Oh no, I'm being taken away by a Batman. I'm screwed. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself locked inside a strange room without a window. My school uniform, shirt and underwear were scattered on the floor. Everything was dirty and ruined, including me. Pain was coming from all over my body, reminding me that this wasn't the first time I had woken up. The door screeched and opened. A man wearing beach shorts and a tank top walked in. I recognized him. I finally realized that for some people in this world, there was nothing beneath them. Robbery, kidnapping, even... I tried to back away from him, but my legs were tied to the table and I couldn't move, even 1 inch. I could only shut my eyes, hoping that I could wish myself into passing out again. I hoped someone had noticed me when I was taken. If only I had left some clues. Somebody help me. Oh well, we'll leave some clues. There we go. So what if your wallet falls out first? That's not gonna be a problem. You're just gonna pick it back up, right? And then... the milk box, the dism... maybe? I'm not sure about this one, but we'll see. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor said I had fallen down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven and broken my right arm and that I needed to rest for a few days at home. Why did bad things keep happening to me? The smell of the detergent in the hospital made me feel sick, and I didn't want to stay for one more second. Fortunately, I had just enough money in my wallet to pay the bill. Then I left in a hurry. Ah, so close! Okay, so what if? What do we need to do here? You dizzy and then milk box. Fell down the stairs at the door. Unfortunately, the cashier wasn't paying attention. There had been too many customers. In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet, throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can, open my hospital bed, falling down the stairs, broken my arm, needed to rest, smell of the detergent. But somebody had taken my wallet and I couldn't pay my bill to leave. After school, Ying showed up at the hospital. She gave me a big hug and I broke down crying. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, so milk box. Wait, milk box, then wallet, then falling, then alley. I don't want her to walk into the alley and then feeling dizzy. What if you started by passing out? What if you started by drinking milk and then passing out? Fuck. Well, no, I need this to be first. I don't want her to go into the alley first. Nope. Nope. Wait, this is just what I started with, right? Nope. For piss's sake, she's gonna walk into the alley first. Oh, that's bad. See, I told you, it's gonna be bad. That's bad. God damn it, is it this? How's it this? In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet. This is not... With the... Ah! Oh! I tried my best to focus all of my remaining strength and squeeze the milk box in my hand. The milk drops left a trail on the ground. Oh, we're leaving a trail of milk! That has to be the worst freaking, like, breadcrumb trail of all. Milk is just gonna, like, dissipate, and then it's gonna be washed away and stuff like that. Who the listen. Who's gonna notice a trail of milk and be like, I should investigate? Soon the box was emptied out and there was nothing left. My eyes began to slowly close shut and felt like I couldn't open them anymore. She's locked up again. If this is an S rank, I have questions. Yeah, we've read all this. I wish there was a way you could skip. You see, how is it this? It can't be that she needs to go into the alley first. It cannot be that. What if we do this? Okay, so not that. What if we do this? What if we do that? And then finally... Nope, it cannot be the alley first. I feel like I was close. So it's not this. That's the B. We tried this one first. Let's try that. Freaking, I'm just grasping at straws here right now. So it's not wallet falls out. Oh, wait, it's not, wait. Have I tried all of them? I feel like I haven't tried all of them. Hang on. We need 2. There are 2 we haven't gotten. Okay. It can be the alley first. I refuse to believe. Milk box first. No. Uh-oh. I don't... This has to be the other bad one. We can get like an F rank or something. Oh, nothing left. Oh, he took another turn into an even more obscure tiny path deep inside the alley. My milk was powerless here. My eyes began... Oh! Maybe it was my final wish, but I thought I saw somebody running towards us. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in my own bed, covered with a warm blanket. Is it Jimmy? Was Jimmy alluded to the milk? My bag and wallet were on a chair next to the bed. Oh, this gotta be the S rank, this one. There was no one else in the room. Someone who had been passing by must have saved me. Although, how would a random hero know where I lived? My phone buzzed twice. Ying had texted me more than once. Are you okay? I just heard that the school BBS had been hacked. Everything was gone. Feel better, okay? Everything... That's 3 times. Everything will get better soon. Ying, thank you. Hackers. A hero who had saved me. And Mr. Wen. So many things had happened today. I pulled up the blanket to cover my face. I had been completely drained. I didn't want to think about anything anymore. And S rank, there we go. Not too shabby. I still can't do anything about this. I have... see, you can see the star. That means I found all of the available ones. But it's got a cross. Everything else got an S. Most of them have stars. Not too shabby. Oh! New person!
如果时间可以重来
Is he the hacker or the hero? Let's stay here, and then we'll go to the new person. The weather had been getting warmer. I sat on the roof of the classroom building, watching the boys down on the basketball court. They were trying to compete to see who looked the coolest while making a shot. So childish. A few days ago, photos of me and Mr. Wen had been posted on the school BBS, and it had gone viral in school. I had to explain the whole thing to Mrs. Yang and even the school supervisor. People in the school eventually learned that we were just neighbors and we had not been living together. Still, there were some trashy people who insisted that it was not a coincidence that we were living so close. There were even some more blatant people who would follow me after school. However, those people were not going to get anything. Because ever since that day, I had not seen him myself. He hadn't come to school. He hadn't been home. The lights had been off every night. I didn't have the courage to go and knock on his door, and even though it was right next to mine. Maybe he had moved away? Since I had brought him too much trouble? Just when my mind was racing all over the place, I got a text message from Ying. Breaking news, Mr. Wen is back. The art classroom this afternoon will resume as normal. I couldn't believe my eyes. However, he must have gone missing all these days because of the photos and everything. If I went into his class, wouldn't people in class gossip about us? Then I would be causing him even more trouble. But if I didn't go, people would still be gossiping, right? Ugh, what should I do? The dessert today in the school cafeteria was yogurt. That does not qualify as dessert. I opened a cup, but then, unless it's frozen yogurt, which is fucking delicious, but then didn't really have much of an appetite for it. So I just left it on the table. It was so hot today. I moved my hand and knocked it over. I left another trail, this time of yogurt. The yogurt spilled all over the floor, making a big white mess. I took out some napkins and wiped the floor absent-mindedly. By the time I was done, the art class was already over. I lay on the roof staring at the grey sky. Another text from Ying. The classroom was full today. You should have been there to see how I shut those people up for bad-mouthing you. Oh, and at the end of the class, Mr. Wen tore up everybody's sketches. This man. I probably should have gone to the class. Why? It seems like everything worked out fine. What should I do about the class the day after tomorrow? What do you mean? Everything's fine. Okay, well, time to meet a new person. Maybe it's the milkman! In this minute, Mario Götze stopped the ball and hit a perfect shot goal. Ah, I see he's watching Germany play. I know football. Argentina had lost in the World Cup final. Wait, did Götze actually score against Argentina in a World Cup final? I know that the Germans won. Was it the World Cup they won? Could be. It was over, game over. Oh, come on, I had stayed up the whole night for this. I pounded the Sir, I pounded the table as hard as I could. No one was going to complain anyway. Everyone had already gone home, otherwise I wouldn't be here watching the final all by myself. Yeah, had been over a month ago. My best friends were all traveling around the country. No, around the globe? One would have to be completely nuts to still be living in the school dorm. Yes, I was talking about myself. Well, Jimmy too. Oh, is this Rocky? Since my family was moving and my parents were both too busy with their jobs, they had told me to stay at school for a couple of days. What was worse, I had to be in charge of moving myself, so I was unable to go out and have some fun. Ah, the last summer of high school wasted. I didn't know that what Jimmy had been up to recently. Well, he's been up to a lot of shit. See, it wasn't even 5 a.m. yet and he was already gone. Well, we wouldn't be spending too many more days together anyways. Jimmy had said his father's business seemed to be going well now, so they would be going back to Hong Kong soon. I told him I'd like to do a formal send-off for him. By formal, I just meant getting some grilled chicken wings at the grill bar near school. He said it wasn't even necessary. It's always necessary with grilled chicken. What a killjoy. Yawn, I was too tired. I decided to eat an apple before I went back to bed. I rinsed the apple off and put it on the desk, but I accidentally knocked it onto the floor. You dare hide from me, apple! I was gonna wash you again, and you are still getting eaten. I looked down and noticed a basin under Jimmy's bed. It was giving off a faint smell. Wait, what? I had a bad feeling about this. I pulled it out from under the bed out of curiosity. Oh boy, dear God. I don't really believe in God, but I had to call out his name. It was filled with dirty clothes and stinking socks, all submerged in water. Oh, the smell of that. And the real problem, who knew how long those things had been there? I didn't even dare to guess the age of the little mushrooms that were growing and thriving on the clothes. Oh my God. A strong sour smell filled the air. Just like that, I was sitting in the middle of our room for over an hour. Jimmy finally came back. I decided not to go to sleep just so I could confront him about this disgusting thing. I'd been staring at it the entire time and I felt like I might pass out at any moment. Jimmy, did you ever worry about getting cancer with a chemical weapon like this in our room? All right, I'll clean it up now, jeez. And then he just dumped the entire basin, including the mushrooms, all into the common washing machine. Dear Lord, I had to call out his name once again. Jimmy had always been a great friend, smart, reliable, and loyal. The only problem was that he never cared about hygiene. I'd always considered myself to be pretty messy, but I had never imagined I would meet someone even worse. I was stunned. Rocky. It is Rocky. Okay. Hey, I just realized something here. Have Jimmy and Rocky both graduated from high school already? Lee Wen's letter was about something that happened not long after the previous incident. She must still be in high school, right? You're right, even though their letters arrived together for us, the events they experienced might not have happened at the same time. In fact, they could have happened days apart, or months, years, even centuries apart. Who knows if Jimmy and Lee Wen is even alive at the same time? For us, time is not an absolute concept, it's only relative. When we receive their letters, it's purely determined by the casual link among them. For example, we have received a letter saying that Jimmy would be going back to Hong Kong after graduation. That means this event was already bound to happen. Oh, I see. Cool. What if everything happens to you? Not sure this is gonna work. Let's try. Cool, bad for both. Huh. What if it's hot for Rocky? No. What if this? There we go, something's happening. The yogurt tasted stranger than usual. Had it gone bad, maybe? It had a sour taste like face cream. Well, that would actually be great for me. I could just go and hide in the infirmary with a stomach ache as my excuse. With such a legitimate reason, nobody should be able to say anything else about me. I held my breath and drank the whole cup. Oh God. The art classroom was on the way to the infirmary. I couldn't help myself, so I snuck up to the back door and tried to peek inside through the small glass window. I puked up the yogurt all over. It was bad. They were doing sketch practice today. Mr. Wen was standing with his back towards me, looking at Rocky's sketch. What was Rocky drawing that Mr. Wen would be watching so closely? I stood up on my toes. He suddenly turned around. Thank God I crouched down just in time. However, the sudden movement must have caused my stomach to start hurting. It felt like it was a bad cramp. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad. I finally got to the infirmary with a hand pressed against my stomach. I stayed there until the end of school. Jimmy had always half-assed everything, and he had never followed through with anything. He would never learn if I didn't teach him a lesson this time. Plus, I really couldn't stand this any longer. His dirty clothes and the mushrooms had spilled on the floor, with the smelly water flooding throughout the room. Here came the star of the show. Here he comes to wreck the day. Jimmy just walked in. He let out a grunt of surprise and immediately walked over to his bed to pick up his precious gaming console. He had even stepped over a few mushrooms. You win. Jimmy recognized my anger and started cleaning the room without a word. As long as he had learned his lesson. Progress unlocked. Jimmy deleted his photos of Lee Wen. Oh, so close! God damn it, we need to freaking strong send with the... Pissums! So, something like this. But like, can a situation have multiple S-rank salvations? Huh. Okay, so we've read most of this, so I'm just gonna sip my drink. My throat is closing up. Oh! Rocky was sound asleep, drooling with his mouth open. Ying was so focused, Mr. Wen would be insane to tear up her sketch at this time. Was standing with the back towards you. Mr. Lehman was there, stood up on her toes, suddenly turned around, thank God. I leaned against the door and crumpled. It felt like I was dreaming. In my dream, he was carrying me on his back and asking me where I wanted to go. I said I wanted to go and see the rainbow on this mountain. I heard that the rainbow was gorgeous there. Wait, doesn't all rainbows look the same? Or is there something I'm not getting here? He said, okay. But the mountain was hard to get to. Even taxis wouldn't take us. So Mr. Wen kept carrying me on his back. And he kept running. I fell asleep in the dream too. Fuck, it's getting Inception level in here. But did we ever get to see the rainbow or not? Nevertheless, it didn't really matter. Because I saw the rainbow in his heart. I just wanted the dream to last a little longer and longer and longer. Beautiful. Why is this one white? Oh, it's... I thought that I hadn't done everything I needed to do. But there we go. Now we got Rocky as part of the team too. Okay, let's just quickly... I know we breezed through this. We're actually doing pretty well here. What's next we're dealing with? Jesus Christ, we got 2 new letters. Jimmy got into a fight. He probably followed the milk trail. And then... I see Mr. Wen is having a second go at a final goodbye. Well, I'm gonna leave that for the next one. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Alright. I'm out.